sometimes people try to feed their baby like they would with a bottle. So they hold them like this, and their breast is like this, and they try to feed their baby in this position. So basically the baby is feeding and the breast is sort of to the side and squashed in. So their face is squishing your breast for starters. They're on from the side and that's going to hurt. Okay. As time gets on, you may see women breastfeeding like this. As their babies get bigger, things change. But I'm just talking about the position for when you've got 0 to 3 months. This is the best position for you to be using on a regular basis in the daytime. Okay, so we have our little baby here. Hello, baby. And we want to make sure that their tummy is to our tummy. So they're going to be faced like this. Okay, and what we do is we put our hand here in a cupping position around the back of the head. Some people put their hand here. Babies don't like to have their heads restricted when they're feeding. So the best way to do it is to hold here. Now you can see my hands underneath. You're taking the full weight, you're supporting the neck of the head. Their tummy is to our tummy. Okay, so this is the position. And then what we do is when we've got them in this position like this, we want to make sure their little legs are tucked round the side, and we can hold them with our arm. When they're newborn, this is a little bit more difficult because their legs are right up underneath them. But we just want to make sure that they can't kick, because babies often like to kick. And now imagine if their legs are right up here, they can kick against you, and then they're going to be pulling and moving away from your body. Okay, so we just tuck the arms, tuck the legs under our arm round here. So not only are we holding the baby here with our hands supporting the baby, we're supporting the baby's weight with the rest of our arm like this. Okay, and so once we sort of practice that, holding the baby like that, we also want to make sure the hands are out of the way, because babies love to anything they will try and get in their mouth, and that is just a natural way of life for them to experience everything. But if a hand is near a nipple, they will start sucking their hand and they'll get frustrated. And if a hand gets in the way of the nipple, they can come off the nipple and start feeding on the hand. Of course, no milk's going to come out and they're going to get frustrated. So we want to make sure one hand's up here and one hand's down here, out of the way. Okay, now I know this might seem like quite a lot of things to do before you even feed, but I will show you how quickly, once you get used to it, you're able to attach your baby in a minute. So this is why I say practice, practice, practice before the baby comes. So we've got them tummy to tummy, we've got them held here, legs here, and then what we do is we start in a position where they're in between our breasts. So let's just say this is my nipple here. Okay, I'm going to hold this on me. You then introduce the baby over, and when their nose is level with your nipple, that's when you're ready. Okay, and you can just tickle their nose on your nipple, and then they will tilt their head up like this. Remember what I said about drinking? And some mums just, quick, put the baby on. And this is probably the biggest mistake that we see mums making for having a painful latch. We introduce the nose. When the baby lifts their head to say, yes, I'm ready to go on the nipple, we wait. And sometimes this can seem like a long time, but I actually timed a mum and it was 20 seconds. Her baby was crying and moaning for 20 seconds until we got to the right point where she could introduce the baby to the breast. So, and that was a really long time. But to her, it felt like forever, because our baby's crying and we want to comfort them. So we instinctively just say, okay, on the breast. But that is how we can get a lot of pain. So we need to wait for the baby to gape. I mean, like a really big yawn. A scream. Wah! When they open their mouth nice and wide, and even little newborn babies can do this, when they're ready and they've introduced at the nipple and they've lifted their head and they go, that's when you use this part of your hand here to guide your baby onto your breast. Okay, and we're in a nice sitting position, so we can sit like this for a long time. Now obviously my hand wouldn't be here holding my breast because I'm using a pretend breast, but if I wasn't using a pretend breast, I wouldn't be using this hand at all, okay, because I want my breast to hang naturally. When your baby is young, you may want to add some pillows on your lap because they're so tiny and your breasts are right up here, so it can be uncomfortable to hold them like this for a long period of time. So we might want to put some pillows underneath, one of those nice triangle pillows are really helpful. You can actually get feeding pillows and they're like half a donut shape and they just go round you on your lap, but any pillow will do, and that just takes the weight of the baby's body. And it's a lovely position to be in because you can change your remote control, you can watch your favourite programmes, you can read a book. As time gets on, if you have another baby in the future, you can give another baby a cuddle, you can give them something off your lap, you can tell your husband, please go and get what I need. And it's lovely to have that extra hand while the baby is feeding. Okay, so I'm going to show you, seems a lot, how I would put my baby on. Okay, so I have my baby, she's getting fussy, and we'll do another video how you know when she's hungry. Hello baby, are you ready? Come on darling. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So it doesn't take actually that long once you've practiced it, even though there's a lot of things to remember in the beginning. And that's why I say, let's do this lots and lots and lots of times. Okay. So I'm going to run through it one more time. We want to be sitting in a nice position. Okay. We want to get the baby tummy to tummy. We're going to lift them up so that their nose is in line with our nipples. We're going to take the baby's head in our hands. We're going to tuck the feet round and hold them in with our elbow and our arm here. We're going to make sure the hands are out of the way. We're going to move the baby across to where the nose is level with the end of your nipple. So there, rub the nose on the nipple and they will put their head up and be going like this frantically, where is the nipple? But we wait until they gape. When they gape, that's when you introduce them to the breast. Okay, so I've introduced my baby to the breast and they're feeding. Okay, and if it's hurting, I'm not talking about just a bit of discomfort, because sometimes you can get discomfort as the milk lets down and it's a bit uncomfortable. I'm talking about, oh, my toes are tingling, I need to count to 10 because it's really hurting. Then that's wrong. Then the baby's gone on wrong. And the more we leave the baby going on wrong, they learn the wrong position. They learn how to go on, and they are getting some milk, so they're happy with that, but it's painful for us. And they're not getting the full flow of milk, so they might get a bit frustrated. They might pull on our breast, they might move, they might come off. And so we really want to teach them to go on correctly. So if it's really hurting, if it's hurting, then we just put our little finger in the corner of the baby's mouth and break the latch. If you just pull off, it will really hurt. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the baby and we're just going to put our finger in the corner of the mouth, break the suction, break the latch. And then we've already got the baby in the right kind of position. We're just going to start again. We're going to take them from the middle of our breasts. Their nose is level with our nipple. We're going to slowly take them across. We're going to rub the nose against them, rub our nipple, against their nose. Then they're going to start putting the head up. And when we see the nice big gape, we use this part of our hand just to push the baby's head onto our nipple, okay? And we can do that as many times as we need to. Obviously, you're going to get a little bit more frustrated each time.